Welcome to week 4 of Ripple Ashtanga Yoga. So, this is the fourth class of our 12 class Intro to Ashtanga. So, today we're going to have just a really brief discussion on the Yamas, and then we are going to learn prasarita, padottanasana, A, B, C, and D, and parsvottanasana. And then we'll put everything together that we have learned for these 4 weeks. So, in the last class, I briefly introduced the philosophy of the 8 limb path, which is Ashtanga Yoga. And I said we would further discuss the yamas and the niyamas in later classes. So we're going to break down the yamas today. So there are 5 yamas. There are also 5 niyamas. And so a lot of people, including myself, kind of relate them to like the 10 commandments. They're not the same. They're not one for one. They don't say the exact same things, but basically it's kind of like this ethical code that we live by or that we strive for. So the yamas are it's the first limb of the 8 limbs, and it's like again these ethical principles or restraints that we observe. And I kind of think of them as like how we interact with the external world, where the niyamas are a little bit more like internal. Um, but yeah, so together it's just these like ethical principles that we live by. So the first yama is ahimsa, which means non-harming. And the way my brain translate that is kindness, right? Kindness, non-harming to all beings everywhere, right? To not cause harm to anyone or anything. And I've heard that you can practice ahimsa and only focus on ahimsa for your entire life and still not really truly be able to achieve it, right? But it's definitely something to strive for, non-harming. Then we have satya, or non-lying, truthfulness, right? Just being honest. So just being honest with others, being honest with yourself. Um, that kind of is pretty self-explanatory. Then we have asteya, non-stealing. And so I think this is like an obvious, right? Like you don't take items that aren't yours. But I think it's also like you don't take energy that's not yours. You don't take up time that's not for you. Um, so just like being really aware of what you take and just don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. And then we have brahmacharya, which is a really interesting one. I think historically, um, it has meant like abstinence. And I've had a lot of like really great discussions about this because I think some people still view it as abstinence. And if that works for you, like that's great. Um, but yoga used to be for renunciates, right? And people that like didn't live in the world and of the world. And so um, abstinence makes more sense there. Of course, again if that works for you and that's a practice that you want to do, like more power to you. I think in modern day yoga, with more people, really practicing that are in the world and of the world and have families and have relationships, it's kind of like molded into like moderation of all things. Um, Obviously, like your sexuality or just like any urges that you have or anything that you really want to act on, just having moderation of those things. And then the fifth one is a parigaha, which is like non hoarding. So just like not like accumulating too much um, that you don't need. Um, it kind of makes me think of like, right, like spring cleaning and like just getting rid of things that you no longer need. Again, both physical things, right, energetic things, thoughts, patterns. So just non hoarding. And so that is just a very, very, very brief overview of the yamas and how we can ethically live in the world, restraints that we should have to interact with like the external world. All right. So now I'm just going to show you prasarita padottanasana and parsvottanasana. And then we'll break it down and then we'll just kind of put everything together like we have that we've done from week 1 to week 4. Okay. All right, so let's do that together. We'll break it down breath by breath, and then we'll put everything together. Okay. So we're still in the standing sequence. So we are, from the last week, what we learned, we are ending in Samasthiti, like we usually do. So with an inhale, like always, we're going to open up to the right. But we're going to bring our hands to our hips as we open. So you can either jump or step there. So that's our inhale, wide stance. And then exhale, we're going to fold, and you're going to bring your hands down to your mat. And you want to bring like the heel of your palm like in alignment with like where the heel of your feet are. So inhale, exhale, hands down. You're going to inhale, head up, exhale, and you're going to try to bring the top of your head down onto the mat, looking at the tip of the nose, like kind of towards the belly button. And you're going to take 5 breaths here. If you can't bring your head down, you can use your block, right? And there's all these different ways. There's this way, and this way, which are all different heights. So if you need it the tallest, you can exhale, bring your head to that block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You can just bring your head to wherever it is and just kind of like let your head and your shoulders hang heavy. Okay? So the 5 breaths here. After the 5th breath, you're going to inhale, head up. Exhale here. Then you're going to catch your waist and inhale to stand all the way up. Exhale at the top. Okay, so that's A. For B, we're going to inhale, arms come wide. Exhale, you're going to catch your waist. Inhale, you're going to stand up tall, slight back bend. Exhale, fold. Again, top of your head to the mat. Again, utilizing the block if you need to, or just letting your head hang wherever it goes. 5 breaths here. After the 5th breath, inhale to stand all the way up, really engaging your core and your legs to stand up. Exhale at the top. Then we're going to inhale, arms wide. Exhale, you're going to catch, you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. So C, inhale. And then you're going to bring your head down to the mat, top of your head, and then try to get your pinkies onto the mat as well. If they don't, just take them wherever they go. 5 breaths. After the 5th, you're going to inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale to catch your waist. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, you're going to fold and grab your big toes, just like we do in padottanasana. With your pointer, middle finger, and your thumb wrapped around your big toes, your head up. Exhale, head down to the ground, elbows out, 5 breaths. After the 5th breath, you're going to inhale, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, catch your waist, and stand up. And then exhale, we're going to samastiti. So again, if your head doesn't reach the mat yet, just keep practicing every day, or right, as many times as you can a week. And like slowly between gravity and the stretching, like it will slowly get there. Again, use a block if you need to. That gives just more height, something for your head to land on. But if you don't have one, yeah, just keep practicing and it will get there, I promise. So that's A, B, C, and D. And as always, we end in samastiti. So parsvottanasana. So for this one, we're going to take prayer behind our backs. So put your hands behind your back. Again, if this is too much, you can grab your elbows or your wrist or your hands. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to turn all the way to the back. So our right toes are to the back. Our left toes are like 45 degrees. Your hips are square to the back. And then you're just going to exhale and fold over the right leg. And depending on how your hamstrings are, you're going to try to bring your chin to your shin and look at your foot, your right foot. While you're in this too, you want your hips to be square. So you're going to be thinking about pushing that left hip forward to keep them square. And then we do 5 breaths here. After the 5th, we're going to inhale up, turn both feet to the center, and then turn to the other side. So now our left toes are to the front, right toes are 45-degree angle, and we're going to exhale, fold over the left leg. Again, chin to shin if you can. Push the right hip forward to keep your hip square. Look at the foot, 5 breaths. After the 5th breath, you're going to inhale up to center. Exhale, samastiti. All right, and that is it. So let's put everything together now that we've done from week 1 to week 4. I'll count us through, or I'll walk us through it. We're gonna do 3 Surya Namaskar A's and then 1 Surya Namaskar B. Starting next week, though, or the next class, we're going to be doing 3 and 2. Okay, we're slowly making our way up to 5 and 3. But for today, we're going to keep it 3 and 1. Okay, and then in next class, it's going to be 3 and 2. Okay, so we're kind of building up to that. So let's start at the top of our mats. We'll just do the chant, opening chant, and then we'll begin. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandhyara Shita Swatma Sukavabode Nishreyase Jangalekayamane Samsara Khala Khala Moha Shantiye Abahu Parushakaram Shenga Chakrasi Dharanam Sahasra Shirsam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim. All right, here we go. So we'll start Samasthiti here. We're going to inhale, arms come up, looking up at the thumbs. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat, fold all the way in. Inhale, head up, flat back. Exhale, jump or step, lower down, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, head back, shoulders back, up dog. Exhale, push your hips back into down dog. 5 breaths. Wide fingers, looking towards the belly button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump your feet between your hands, head up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, hands up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, flat back. Exhale, jump or step, lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Looking towards the belly button. Breathing with sound. 1, 2. Bending the knees if you need to get your back flat. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump, feet between your hands, head up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. 1 more A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, flat back. Exhale, jump or step, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump, feet between your hands, head up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, samastitihi. All right, so your namaskar B. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Turn the left toes out. Bring the right foot between the hands. Steady, and then inhale. Arms all the way up. Look up at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot goes back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, turn the right toes out. Left foot comes between the hands. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 resting breaths. 1. Looking towards the belly button. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, step or jump. Feet between the hands, head up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, arms come up. Exhale, samastitihi. We're going to inhale, jump or step your feet halfway apart. We're going to reach down, grab the big toes, head comes up. Exhale, fold in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, switch your hand so the palm of your hand touches the sole of your foot. Inhale, head up. Exhale, fold in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, release your hands. Samastitihi. And then we're going to inhale, open wide to the side. We're going to turn the right toes out. And we're going to exhale, reach down, grab the right toes, look up at the left thumb. 1, 2, 3, straight arms, straight legs. 4, 5. Inhale, engage the core, come up to center. Turn the right toes to the front. Left toes turn out. Exhale, reach down, grab the left toes. Inhale, look up at the right thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, up to center. And then we're going to twist. So our hips face the back. Right toes face the back. Left toes are out 45 degrees. We're going to take the left hand, bring it to the outside of the right foot, and then twist and look up at the right thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, look down at your foot. Inhale, up to center. And we're gonna go to the other side, twisting. So now our hips are facing front, left toes face the front, right toes out 45 degrees. We're gonna bring that right hand, bring it to the outside of the left foot, and then we're gonna twist the rest of our body, look up at the left thumb. 1, 2, straight arms, straight legs. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, look down at your foot. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, we're gonna open even wider. Exhale, we're gonna bend the right leg, sink into that leg, bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Exhale, left arm goes overhead, side angle stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, other side. So we're going to turn the left toes, bend the left leg, left hand comes to the outside of the left foot, right arm stretches over. Twisting your neck, looking up at your right fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, push up to center. And now we're gonna twist. So we're gonna twist all the way, bending the right leg. We're gonna bring the left arm, left hand. We're gonna twist, bring that hand to the outside of the right foot. And then we're gonna bring the right arm overhead, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale to look down. Inhale up to center, and then we're going to twist to the other side. Bending the left leg, and we're going to twist, bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot, and then bring that left arm overhead. 1, 2, 3, straight right leg. 4, 5. Exhale to look down. Inhale to center. Exhale, Samastitihi. All right, now here comes the new stuff. So we're gonna catch the waist, open to the right, wide stance. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, head up. Exhale, top of the head to the mat. 1, 2, 3, strong legs, straight legs. 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, you're going to catch your waist. Stand up. Exhale here. B. Inhale, arms come wide. Exhale, catch your waist. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale here. My favorite C. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, catch your hands behind your waist. Inhale, chest out, stand up tall. Exhale, fold. So first, top of your head, if you can, comes to the mat, and then your pinkies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale here. Inhale, catch your waist. Exhale, catch your toes. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, catch your waist, stand up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Now we're going to take prayer hands behind your back. Inhale, step all the way to the back. Left toes towards the back of the mat, right toes towards the back of the mat, left toes 45-degree angle. We're going to exhale, fold over the right leg, look at the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, up to center and twist to the other side. Exhale, fold over the left leg, look at the toes, chin to shin. 1, pushing the right hip forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to stand up, come to center. Exhale, Samastitihi. All right, and now we're just gonna sit down on the mat to do our closing 3. So either take your lotus, your half lotus, or just your crossed legs. And either bind or grab your feet, or hold on to your elbows or your wrists behind your back. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, fold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to inhale, sit up, release your arms. We're going to take Jnana Mudra. So pointer finger and thumb touch. The other 3 fingers are straight out, back of hands to your knees. Take Jalandhara Bandha, so chin to your chest. Slow 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing with sound. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uplutihi. So you're going to inhale and pick your butt up off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Okay, and so far we've just been going back into Shavasana or Sukhasana. But today I'm just going to show you like the last couple vinyasas that we have here. So you can either keep your lotus or let it go. You can bring your hands just like right in front of your hips, out to the side a little bit. Pick your butt up. Jump through, which would bring you to chaturanga. Or if you're newer, still bring your hands a little bit in front of your hips. You can try and pick up your butt, but you can like walk your feet back behind you. But basically, you just want to get them back so that you can take your chaturanga. And then we'll do up dog, a down dog. And then we're going to step or jump our feet between our hands. We're going to exhale, fold in. And then we're just going to stand right to Samastitihi. So bringing your hands to your side. So we can do the closing chant. So we'll bring our hands in prayer to our chest. Om. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalyantam nayena margena mahima hishaha go brahmanibhyaha shubhamastinitiyam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. And then after our closing chant, we do one more full vinyasa. So we'll start in Samastitihi. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, jump or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And now you can either jump your legs through your hands, or again, if you're new, you can like do the same where you just like walk them past your hands so you can come into a seated position, and then go ahead and lay back and take your Sukhasana, easy pose. And just take a few resting breaths here. Just notice any subtle changes or sensations in the body from the practice. And then with a big inhale, go ahead and stretch your arms overhead. Turn to either side. And then push up to a seated position. I'll just have you bring your hands by your side, acknowledging the earth below your feet. Inhale your arms up. Looking up at the thumbs, acknowledging the stars or the heavens above your head, touching your palms together, bringing them down into the heart space. This midpoint where the earth and the heavens meet, right at the heart. So always remember to lead with love and gratitude. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Namaskar. And that is it for week 4. Um, if any of that was difficult, or you're like, ooh, I can't quite do that pose, or oh, that one's really hard for me, go back and rewatch either the class that it was in or like the pose by pose breakdown videos, um, where you're given a lot of modifications, right? And again, I think with the modifications, like figure out which one works the best for you right now, and then do that in the practice. And then every so often check in with yourself and see, like, okay, can I push this a little more? Can I do kind of the next step up? But yeah, if any of that was hard for you, just go back and find the modifications, okay? But yeah, but that's it for week 4. I'll see you for next class.